Perhaps Rob, Warne and Sophie Sierra aren't the perfect match? We all watched as Sophie caught Rob cheating on her, again, and begged for a second chance. Looks like they're still making an effort. However, fans of 90 Day Fiance are less confident that it will succeed. Do they need to remain together? Numerous circumstances have the potential to permanently separate them. Naturally, we will enumerate all the many potential causes of Rob and Sophie's permanent separation. There are some obvious factors that brought them together, even though some of these things probably ought to have torn them apart. They were a real match, this wasn't just a coincidence. They both have mixed races. This indicates that, in contrast to other black people, they have both experienced racism and familial relations in unique ways. This is how they met online, in part. Furthermore, they're both very gorgeous. That is important to note. As we've already discussed, this couple is dealing with a lot of problems right now or may in the future. A portion of them might be challenges that the two can conquer. They might even strengthen them together as a pair. They might encounter greater obstacles than what we've already observed. And this can mean that their romance is over. Rob has a unique home. The fact that renting such a house appears to be legal, surprises a lot of observers. Living like this is not sustainable. Rob is free to ignore Sophie's worries all he wants, but she is correct. For what length of time is Rob expecting her to live in subpar conditions? Rob has displayed what some fans have kindly called crankiness on multiple occasions. To put it more clearly, he appears to be struggling with attitude. He is prone to sudden outbursts of anger and cruelty. Even simple things like bringing up his past transgressions or making light jokes about an elevator can occasionally upset Rob. That is not appropriate. It's also the kind of thing that, rather than becoming better with time, tends to get worse. Rob continued to act in the same manner despite being aware of Sophie's first state of devastation. Although all the facts are unknown, it's obvious that it wasn't merely junk mail or porn, as Rob attempted to argue. The fact that Rob did this twice seems to have wounded Sophie the most. Furthermore, it must be painful to dismiss it as meaningless since it's online. Sophie and he met online. Sophie was well off growing up. Rob did not at all. Because of this, it has been evident from the beginning that one of them struggles with resentment. On social media, some followers have noted that Rob occasionally gives the impression that he intends to punish Sophie for her childhood. Does he even realize how this appears? To be honest, we haven't heard anything from her mother yet. However, Claire has given the man a moniker. Furthermore, although the term knob denotes the penis, which is supposed to be a compliment, it is not. As the season progresses, Sophie's mother's viewpoints are, to be honest, becoming increasingly logical. The main point is that it may indicate additional stress in your relationship if your potential mother-in-law hates you. However, she has also forbidden herself from fantasizing about having children. Rob, meantime, is adamant about it. He apparently got to the point where he didn't see the sense in keeping the relationship going if they weren't going to have children. With that, a lot is involved. Essentially, though, Sophie and Rob must resolve this. Since she is the one with the uterus, it is evidently her decision. Furthermore, it is not encouraging that they never talked about this. Bisexuality is present in Sophie. Viewers who may go for days at a time without even seeing a single heterosexual person won't be surprised by it. She hasn't told many people, though. It could be more important than it needs to be how Rob reacts to this and how long it takes Sophie to tell him. Are we suggesting that their union is going to fail? Naturally, no. Perhaps it ought to be. It is possible for them both to meet someone with whom they get along better. Given their extreme attractiveness, they should get along quite fine. However, they might remain together for 50 years or for 5 days. Much worse pairs have been together for extended periods of time.